talked a little bit about the season that he's had. He's certainly been your number one go-to guy.
Yeah, Joe's had a very good year. Been the marked man, targeted by certainly the other team's defenses, and has really improved. When you watch him, you know how hard he plays and how tenacious he is, and is a complete player. That's what I've liked about Joe, is he's found ways when he's been guarded to help the team, and you just know what kind of teammate he is and the character he has. So that, to me, I get that inside scoop that other people don't see, and I think that just is. I hope he'll be rewarded for that. And Joe's about winning. He just wants this team to win, and he'll rejoice when it goes well and could care less if he has a big game and we lose. He hates that, and I love that about him. He's just really dialed into making this program as good as it can be, and he's been a significant part of that.
You ever concerned that some of the other guys rely too much on him, that they're kind of waiting for him to do something special?
I think we need Joe to certainly be assertive, and he is our go-to guy in some ways. But for us to be effective, I say we've gotten to this point because we've done it together, and if we don't do it together, we won't do it. I said that's just the bottom line. And we do need, like you saw last night, Akil has been pretty consistent and stepped up. Mike Tobey was significant. Justin Anderson was with block shots and plays. So when we're balanced, we're at our best, and I think all of our guys understand that. Certainly with a bent or a obvious trying to get Joe touches and let him make plays and do things. But with Joe, I think he even evolved a little bit from these last 3 games where he hasn't shot it particularly well. I think this last game he did a little more for his team than the other 2 games when he wasn't shooting as well. And I think that's a big step. You talked about that in the teleconference, for a player to impact the game, maybe when he's not on, shooting the ball, finding other ways, and that's important. But yeah, you can't be a one-man band at this level to be successful. It's hard. I mean, it's just too good of a game. Defenses are too good. You need balance.
How valuable is it to get the bye for the 4-day tournament?
Yeah, we just wanted to finish as high as we could have in the conference. That was our goal when we knew we couldn't win a conference championship. We said let's make it the goal to get as high of a finish as possible. So to finish tied for 4th and get the 4th seed, thankful for that. The bye, I think, comes into play if you're fortunate enough to advance maybe to the finals, and instead of playing 4 games you're playing 3. But besides that, I think sometimes the team playing the night before, they get the rust off, they get that edge off. I've been in both spots, but you just have to be ready. And again, to come back and beat Maryland on the senior night was special, and then to secure the 4th seed, I'm not complaining.
Do you think you match up better with NC State or Virginia Tech?
Virginia Tech has a dominant player in Eric Green, and sometimes in tournament play, a player can get on a roll. He's a guy that can carry his team. Obviously NC State has great balance, and when we played NC State last time, played well here. Lorenzo Brown rolled his ankle, whatever the 10 or 15 minute mark, I can't remember exactly when. So if we happen to play them, they're a different team with him. If you happen to play Virginia Tech, they will have played very good basketball to get past that point and would have confidence. So you just line them up, and whoever's there you play, and we'll have to play them.
Feels good knowing that you're 3-0 against the 2 teams you might be facing on Friday?
Yeah, I think that's certainly to know that you've had some success against them. As I said, NC State's a little different team with Lorenzo Brown. I think we've got to continue to evolve. We've got now a few days to prepare, and we played a little different to come back and beat Maryland. So we've got to just figure out ways that make us most effective. How to try to get the right kinds of shots. How to get off to a good start. You get into postseason play, ACC Conference Tournament. After that, it usually becomes a real physical defensive game, a little more half-court possessions. It just seems like that happens in playoffs or what have you. So we have to have that mindset and, again, have good balance. I think that'll be important. It doesn't mean we won't turn down a 36-point performance by Joe if he's capable of that, but I think we need everybody playing and doing their role to the best of their abilities for us to be successful.
How big is it for the team's confidence to finally get that close win? I mean, you lost 2 close ones and then
Yeah.
to turn around and get the win last
Yeah, I think, having been in these games, Miami, tie score, last possession, and then the BC Florida State and not being able to come up with a stop when we needed it hurt, and even not being able to make a shot or get a shot. So, last night to be able to have us to score the bucket to, put it in overtime, and then I don't know if we played great defense to get those stops, but enough plays were made, and then to be successful. I think that was important, the way the last couple of games, the way we lost the last couple of games, because you get in those spots. We did it against actually NC State here. Same thing, we actually got a good stop. So we've done it against NC State, and then to again do it last night was important after the previous 2.